Hey, I'm Cardboard Brotherhood. Really excited to introduce the KEL-TEC Sub-2000 grip pin upgrade kit. It's carbon steel reinforcement for your Sub-2000. Let's go ahead and open up these carbon steel replacements and do a side-by-side comparison with the aluminum grip pins, aka threaded studs, that are in there now. All right, carbon steel. Beautiful. Now you can see here I've got my magnetic dish here. These screws are carbon steel, so the screws that we sell are carbon steel as well to match these carbon steel grip pins. Magnetic. See how they all stay in there? Carbon steel. So we've got carbon steel and black oxide just like the screws. So black oxide, carbon steel, the ultimate amount of strength and durability that we want to reinforce these polymer grips on our Sub-2000. Now there is a little bit more weight with carbon steel, but we're talking a very small amount of steel in comparison to the amount of polymer that we have on the firearm. So just so we have that little bit of reassurance, that nice structural integrity, it's good to have these carbon steel pins in our sub. I mean, this is a minimum investment in steel in terms of what you're sacrificing with weight. That's really it. I mean, you've got something that's going to last, not strip, and going to give you that ultimate reinforcement between the polymer. Let's go ahead and do a quick weight comparison. So there's the factory aluminum grip pins coming in at 0.2 ounces. So that's not even a full ounce, 0.2. Let's go ahead and throw the carbon steel grip pins on there. 0.6 ounces. So you're just 0.4 ounces more. So none of them weigh even an ounce. We're looking at basically half an ounce and the aluminum a quarter of an ounce. Not bad. So let's go ahead and compare these aluminum ones. Throw them in the dish. Are they magnetic? You can feel the weight difference right away. Super light, that's a bonus, but at what cost? Definitely aren't magnetic, definitely aren't steel. Certainly aluminum. And we've got thin aluminum that's in the sub now. Now the problem with this aluminum is that it's bare. We like aluminum. We love aluminum stuff here at MCardboard. We make a lot of it, but it's hard coat anodized. That's the difference. All of our triggers, our trigger guards, they're aluminum 6061, but they're hard coat anodized. So it's got that strength of steel. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. If I can get one of these carbon steel ones out. There we go. So side-by-side, you can see we've done, these things are identical. We've basically matched the factory part, but we made it in carbon steel and we made it black oxide so that it's rust resistant. And also, here's another advantage. You ever take a look at your rear sight? See that shiny thing right there? That is your aluminum bare grip pin. How about that? You know, your face usually goes right here. You imagine if somebody was, I don't know, God forbid, shooting at you and you've got this little reflective mirror up here in a bright sunny day, just shining away, giving away your position. I mean, smile, wait for the flash. I mean, literally, they know where to aim. Aim right there. There you go. You're done. Not that we're all concerned about that, but just come on, for aesthetics as well. Look at that. I mean, just for aesthetics alone, you want some matching black. So if you had a black grip pin up there, there you go. Perfect match. Now we need to do some sort of destructive test on these. So we'll take a bare aluminum grip pin, we'll take a carbon steel grip pin, we're going to put them head to head, see how they do. So we'll start off with the aluminum. I'm going to go ahead and just try to bend this corner that doesn't have the lip on it. Just see how we do. See if you can see I bent it there. So a couple good squeezes. Let's go ahead and give this a shot on the carbon steel. Nothing. That's awesome. All right, now we'll go ahead and twist them opposite directions just to see how they do. So twisting the carbon steel. Yeah, it kind of scratched it up a little bit. Basically just took off the plating. You can see some tiny little flakes there, but nothing major. I mean, that's still functional. And we can even throw a screw in just to make sure. So we'll just screw this baby in. There we go. It's still functioning like a champ. Put a screw in the other end. Like a champ. Look at that. So they work beautifully. Now let's go ahead and take the bare aluminum and continue the destructive test. We can go ahead and wrench it in two opposite directions. Oh my God, that looks like it's been eaten by something. Yeah, there's a lot of aluminum all over the place. Yeah, so I mean, what can we expect? We know steel's stronger than bare aluminum. There it is, guys. Go ahead and actually see if we can even put a screw in this. No, that screw won't go in. Nope. Just the first little thread will get in there, but you can see how it's bent. So you can see the steel certainly beat the bare aluminum there. One last thing that we really like about these grip pins is that they will work in both the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. You know how on our website, if you go to the complete trigger job bundle, we'll ask, hey, do you have a Gen 1 or a Gen 2? That's because we have to sell different screws. If you've got a Gen 1, for whatever reason, the screws were different back then, the Gen 2, these screws will work with our carbon steel grip pins, which will also fit and function in the Gen 1 polymer frames. So that's the big bonus here, is we've designed it so that it'll work, fit, and function in both generations of your KEL-TEC Sub-2000. The grip pins, for whatever reason, back in the Gen 1 era, are completely different threads. So KEL-TEC made that change along the way with the Gen 2. They changed the thread in the grip pins, and then therefore the screws changed with it. So fortunately now we can get it all uniform again between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 with these carbon steel grip pins that we sell. So carbon steel grip pins with carbon steel screws. Now these Gen 2 screws will work with your Gen 1 because you've got the same matching hardware. So there you have it, guys. We're really excited to introduce the carbon steel grip pins, the carbon steel reinforcement for your polymer frame on your Sub-2000. Happy shooting, guys.